5-star rating. 847 tasks completed. Your fingers stopped extending on task 612. You learned to work around it. The app didn't notice. The clients didn't care. You downloaded TaskRabbit because flexibility sounded better than another warehouse shift. Set your own hours. Be your own boss. Turn your skills into income. The first week was easy. Hanging pictures, assembling IKEA furniture, light repairs. Your hands worked the way hands were supposed to work. Then the algorithm learned what you were good at, started sending you the jobs nobody else wanted. The furniture that came in boxes with instructions in 3 languages, none of them helpful. The repairs that required contorting into spaces human bodies weren't designed to access. You said yes, every time. Because declining jobs hurt your acceptance rate, and your acceptance rate determined your visibility. And your visibility determined whether you ate that week. The work changed you in ways you didn't notice at first. Your grip strength increased, your calluses thickened, your knuckles started swelling at night. Task 147. Assembled a complete home office setup. 7 hours, $43 after fees. Task 289. Installed shelving units in a basement with a ceiling so low you worked on your knees for 6 hours straight. Your kneecaps developed fluid pockets that never fully drained. Task 612. A deck restoration project. 87 boards, each one requiring 4 screws, 348 screws total. Your fingers cramped halfway through. You worked through it. The cramp never uncramped. The next morning, your index and middle fingers on your right hand wouldn't straighten. They stayed curved, locked in the shape of gripping a power drill. You tried stretching them, massaging them, running them under hot water. They stayed curved, so you learned to work around it. Adjusted your grip, used your left hand more, modified your technique. The app kept sending jobs, you kept accepting, because the emergency room would cost more than you made in a month, because workers' compensation didn't exist for independent contractors, because the algorithm didn't have a button for "my body is breaking but I still need to eat." Task 734. Your ring finger joined the others, 3 fingers now permanently curved. You started wearing work gloves all the time, not for protection, for camouflage. The clients left reviews, very professional, great attention to detail, highly recommend. They tipped in stars, never in medical bills. Your thumbs developed trigger finger. They'd lock in place mid-movement, then snap straight with a sound like breaking plastic. You learned to anticipate it, worked it into your rhythm. The app introduced a new feature. Taskers could now be rated on speed. The faster you completed jobs, the more visible you became. The more visible you became, the more jobs you got. You got faster, your body got worse. Task 801. Both wrists developed tendonitis. You bought compression sleeves. Worked through the inflammation. The inflammation became permanent. You started taking ibuprofen before jobs, instead of after, then during, then constantly. Your stomach lining began to thin. You added antacids to the routine. The app sent you a badge. Elite Tasker, top 5% in your area. You tried to feel proud. Your hands wouldn't form the shape required to hold the phone at the angle needed to screenshot the achievement. Task 847. A full kitchen renovation, demolition and installation. 3 days of work. Your hands moved through the motions, gripping, twisting, fastening. They looked less like hands now, more like tools that had been left in the rain, rusted in place, functional but fundamentally altered. The client was thrilled. 5 stars, generous tip, $20 cash. You couldn't close your fingers around it. They stayed in their permanent curve. You had to slide the bill between your palm and your frozen fingers. That was 6 months ago. You're still on the app, still accepting tasks, still rated 4.9 stars. Your hands don't straighten anymore, not even with physical therapy, not even with the cortisone shots you can't afford but got anyway. The orthopedic surgeon called it task-induced repetitive damage, permanent deformation of the tendons and ligaments. Your hands memorized the shape of productivity and forgot how to be anything else. You tried to switch to lighter jobs. The algorithm deprioritized you. Your visibility dropped. The jobs stopped coming. You went back to the heavy work. Your hands had already paid the price. Might as well collect what they were worth. You still get 5-star reviews. The clients love your work. They comment on your efficiency, your attention to detail, how you make it look easy. They never comment on your hands. How they stay curved even when you're not holding tools. How you've learned to eat, type, drive with fingers that won't straighten. The app just sent you a notification. You've been selected for TaskRabbit's new program, Consistency Rewards. Taskers who maintain high acceptance rates get priority placement. Your hands are still curved. The app is still sending jobs. You're still accepting. Because flexibility still sounds better than a warehouse shift, even when your fingers are permanently shaped like the tools that broke them. Even when the only thing flexible left is how you've learned to define functional. The tasks continue. Your hands remember their shape. The app remembers your rating. Nobody remembers what your hands looked like before they learned what